Some brand placement.
You can do that, yeah.
Branding?
I've got some.
You sponsored?
2, 1, 4 time with Myriad. Super special guest today. I think this is the first time we've ever done this before where we haven't had a staff member and we brought on a special guest.
An outsider?
An insider, but outsider. Eric Griffith, introduce yourself.
Yeah, Eric Griffith. I've been a member here for, I don't know, 10 plus?
I don't know.
On and off? Yeah. Back when there was just one side at the first location.
Yeah.
So that's a long time ago. Delaware Old Side, yeah.
Reason being that Eric is here, Eric was a part of a small group that we had that tested the level method with us prior to us going into the assessment period, going into the launch of today. Like, we did it. We are officially through the assessment period. We're day one of the workouts. Today is Monday of the pass through the assessment. So Eric does have a little bit more knowledge, a little more experience with level method. So I wanted him to kind of share some of his experience thus far, and also go through kind of run a flow of what a normal class looks like, because we're through the assessments. We get to go back into the regular CrossFit classes and kind of enjoy why we're here.
Yeah.
But also there are some nuances to that as we go through. So first thing I want to kind of start with, and we just talked about this a little bit ago, like, can you explain a little bit about like what you've enjoyed? First, explain what you've enjoyed most about level method, and then we're going to jump into kind of like some of the specifics.
I don't know, I guess the one thing I've enjoyed most definitely over the last like 3 weeks of assessment, and I was doing it like 3 weeks or so before then, is just like resetting all my baselines. I think like over 10 years of like ups and downs and like a fitness journey, and like being able to come in 5 days a week and then 3 days a week as we get busy with life and kids, just like completely re-baselining myself and not just the traditional like CrossFit named workouts, which can be kind of niche sometimes, but like across the board, like strength, overall strength, relative strength, like long cardio workouts, short cardio workouts. It's just been like great to kind of like re-baseline and like understand where my fitness is at, so I can like start this journey kind of like fresh, and turning a new page has been my favorite part.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And also, by the way, those of you watching right now, Eric isn't super nervous.
No, yeah.
Nor am I super nervous. We just got done taking the noon class.
It was a doozy.
Yeah, so it was a 24-minute workout. If you've taken the Monday class, whenever you watch this, you'll know the kettlebell swings, the jumping pull-ups,
still pouring sweat,
running. Yeah, so it's hot and humid. So that's where we're at right now, dripping sweat.
I'm a little nervous, but mostly the workout.
Okay, yeah, that works too. So, Flo, you get into class and you see what level you are. What level are you?
Overall?
Yeah.
Purple 2, I think it was on my
So you're purple 2. So you go to your phone.
Yep.
Or you look at the board and you see purple.
That was what was super nice today, is just like I walked in and like for the week, not only like the workout, but like the warm up, the extra credit, you know exactly what you're getting in for. And like for me, like I played pickleball yesterday. I was a little sore. I knew there was running in here. Like you can start like making adjustments even before you come in. But yeah, you know exactly what you're supposed to do as you're coming into class if you just look at the app.
So if you're anything like me, I get lost and confused really, really quickly. And I think I looked at my phone 1,000 times. I looked at the TV 1,000 times. Something that what we are trying to instill is grab yourself a whiteboard, grab yourself a marker, and write down your version of the workout for that day. And what I mean by that, for example, Eric said he's purple. I'm based on orange. My overall level is orange because of some of my tests are a little bit weaker on my strength side of things, which is totally fine. And the way your overall level works, it's off your weaknesses, your lowest of the level. So I'm in orange. But today's was a great example that the kettlebell, I'm looking at the phone right now, the kettlebell version for me is brown. So I would actually, during a kettlebell piece, I would skip to brown. I would do the orange version of the workout. So if it's like 14 minutes, you know, whatever the case may be, then I'd go to the kettlebell piece, I'd go to brown, and then that would be my version.
Right.
For the workout.
Yep.
And so I just want to make sure people are clear that like you don't just look at your level and then that's exactly the workout you do. You look at your level and then you look at this little tiny, I'm going to borrow his phone, you probably won't see it, but down here there's these little components and it tells you what your assessment was.
For that level.
Level, and then whatever that color is, that's what you do for that movement in that workout. So it's like there's 7 different workouts, but it's really kind of like 7 factorial-ish. I know that's not exactly factorial.
Not a factorial, but
but like everyone's going to have their own individual workout for them. That's why this part is so important, to write it down so you know exactly what your piece is.
Right.
So it's kind of like this game of mix and match for every single workout, which over time is going to progress you to allow you to become fitter on that map, that method of athletic progression. as we go through when we do our assessments later on.
Right.
Anything to add to that?
I think like to your point, like you're just looking, you're making adjustments based off your level method, but it's also like great, like everything's in your phone, not just for your level, but for the workout for every level, right? So if you, like me, I always struggled, I feel like in past workouts without coaching input, like struggling with how to scale something. So if I'm just like, if my back's tight that day or I am in between levels and it's like, what should I go to? You can see like what's prescribed for every different color and kind of understand, okay, it's actually like we're going for lactic tolerance today. So I don't necessarily want to scale back my reps. I want to maybe scale back my weight today as opposed to the reps. And it's just nice where that's all laid out and you can kind of see how it progresses up for each color. So it kind of gives you like, I don't know, it's a little bit more focused on the scale so you know you're doing the right scale for that workout.
So this is a perfect segue. I didn't even set him up for this. Like we could work well together, host, co-host type deal. Do you need a job?
This isn't a one-stop?
No. Yeah, this is a one-stop. So perfect segue there is the fact that like this is still CrossFit. And what I mean by that is just because you tested into a level, just because there's 7 variations of workout, doesn't mean you have to do this every single time you come. That's what the program's set up for in order for you to progress over time. And over time, more than likely, you will follow this program moving forward. But you might have injuries. You might have different goals. You might have slept like crap last night. You might be stressed out because of work. Your kids might not have slept the night before. So what I'm saying there is like, what is in Chocolate Pro, what it's telling you to do isn't the end all be all. Right. So don't stress yourself out if you like miss a couple days or have to take a week off from what your level is, or you feel like you have to like bump down a couple levels. This is all about you as an individual. And what this is giving us now is the opportunity for our coaches, as well as you as athletes, to have more options available for scales and more options available for success for that day's workout. A perfect example is like, I didn't really want to do the workout I just did because I haven't worked out hard in a really, really long time. Today, I did do it and it pushed me, and I'm really, really pumped that I actually did it and successfully completed it. But the first part of the workout, which had thrusters, I actually scaled down on that because my knee's bummed right now and I can't get below parallel. And I'm totally good with that. You don't have to force yourself through exercises you shouldn't be doing right now.
Right. And I think the helpful piece, not just to like scales too, but I like up here in like the right-hand corner for those workouts, it's like, hey, your goal today should be 3 rounds of each of these couplets. And that like just further helps you like, I don't know if I can do that many reps like 3 times in a row. Like my heart rate gets up. Now I'm pushing the scale. So it's not just like the weight and reps, it's like what my end objective should be in mind for, I've seen it with rounds, I've seen it with what your target time should be, and I think people saw that in the assessment too. So it's like, what combination of reps, weight, movements can get you to that goal time? Because I think that's the ultimate objective.
Took me to the next path. I love it. So
we did not plan this.
No, we didn't. The goal, like everything's in there. So the goal of what we're trying to achieve with all these workouts, and Chocolate Pro really kind of helps us, is the stimulus. And stimulus is the effect we're trying to get throughout that workout. And so look at those target times, look at those goals. It's gonna help guide you to what you should be choosing for that workout, because maybe for whatever reason that specific workout, that specific overall color doesn't match you that day. Follow that target to help get you to be successful for that day.
Yeah, what can you manage?
And ultimately, I just went through a training last week. Ultimately, there's like 17 to 24 different energy systems we're working through. So there is a lot of science. There is an entire team of programmers behind what we're doing with Level Method. I'm not the smart guy behind the scenes that knows all of it. I watched a workshop and learned some of it, but there's people who do this professionally. And so that's why we're trying to hit these different target times, these different stimuluses, in order to progress us in these different energy systems, energy pathways that we're going. So super important to pay attention to. A couple other things I wanted to point out was the warm-up. There's always going to be a specified warm-up for us. Sometimes coaches will do that warm-up in class. Sometimes coaches are going to do whatever warm-up they want us to do, or specify or something specific towards whatever it is we're doing that day. So like that's going to flow between coaches. And there's also some extra credit at the end too. The extra credit's not going to be programmed into your hour-long class, but it's something you can stay after and work on your own. It's something I know you've done this before. Yep. Use the extra credit at home. We have a lot of people always asking about mobility, flexibility. How do I get better at that? Well, boom. Extra credit is right there for you. Stay after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes after your class. Work on that extra credit. Do it at home. That's a great opportunity as well. But that's always going to be there and available for people, which I think is a cool add-on or value add as well.
Yeah, no, I really like that. I get in the habit of just doing like couch, stretch, and pigeon at the end of a workout and just only doing those 2, which is better than nothing. But these are like tailored to what you just did that day to make sure you don't wake up sore, and so you can come back tomorrow.
Closing things up. Use your phone. Have your phone out. That's okay. Typically, we don't like phones because we want everyone to connect. We want everyone to be a part of the community. But for right now, as we get comfortable, use your phone. Know what your variations, your components are going to be for your level, and mix and match as we go through. Grab a whiteboard, write them down, so then you just have the whiteboard with you throughout the workout. We just bought 50 brand new whiteboards, so use them. Two-sided. They no longer have markers all over them, so these are perfect for you to do. Mark down how many rounds and reps. Once you're finished with your workout, chalk it. So chalk it means put it on the leaderboard. So now we start keeping track and we can start getting that data and progressing you forward. I'm super pumped. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Anything to add?
I just noticed the other day there's like a chat in here too. So any kind of questions, like it shows everybody everything.
Do you want to leave your phone number in there?
No, I'm not going to put my phone number in there, but it seems like a member of staff can answer any question you have.
You know what's funny? In the chat. I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah.
So look at I'm learning.
Now you're learning.
I'm learning
You're
as
welcome.
we go. So awesome. Thank you all, Eric. Appreciate your time.
Of course. Thanks.
Love it.